Okay, well, we talked about a little bit. Just wanted to share a little Halloween hijinks. So last week you saw we were the Joker and Batgirl, and this is what the kids ended up as. We had
now you can see the full picture of Rose's hair now, right?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a DC battle, as you can see there. So we had Ben as Aquaman, and he made that little trident all by himself with dowel rods and hot glue and tape and gold tape.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a Goodwill sweater and then some green sweatpants. I mean, it looks pretty good.
I know.
It's pretty good.
That was his vision.
Of course, there's Harley Quinn. She had this hammer. Jenna helped her make it, that little hammer. So there's me and Harley Quinn.
Her sweatshirt was also a Goodwill find. We're trying, guys. We're trying to teach these kids to be resourceful.
Yes.
You can't just go buy your $100 costume every time.
Yeah.
Right.
And then here's Lucy. She kind of broke with the rest of us, which was fine. But she wanted to be kind of a Day of the Dead sugar skull, and a little close up on the makeup job.
Jason, you did good on the makeup, and lots of compliments out on social of who did her makeup, and I'm like, Jason.
I did her makeup, and then I had to do my own makeup after that, so it wasn't as detailed as I was on the show. I did more of the Heath Ledger version of the Joker.
I liked it.
But here, this one stole the show for everybody. Sue and Jenna went as breakfast, best friends forever. You see Jenna with the bacon and eggs. Sue is toaster with toast.
Seriously.
And I cannot tell you how many people... it was kind of cool. A lot of the people that were handing out candy were sitting outside.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a normal thing, if that's a COVID thing, or it's a Sheboygan thing, or what, but it was really cool. And the trick-or-treating here was from 4 to 7, right? So we got there about 5 o'clock or so before it started to get dark. And I got to say, it was the most fun I've ever had trick-or-treating. The costumes were fun, but I just felt like people were into it.
Yeah,
I don't know, the people giving out the candy.
Eating fire.
Oh yeah,
we should have
There's a fire eater.
Just a lady handing out candy.
Legit.
She's literally and we're like, what? What is happening? And then a lot of people in costumes. So you met Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
We actually saw the It Clown.
Yeah, I wanted to get a picture.
He was pretty
went
popular.
The other way.
People were getting pictures with them. And then what was the other one that was really big? Oh, we saw
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow. Someone asked who was that? We don't know.
I made
some person.
At least 3 kids cry as the Joker.
Joke. I think more than that.
I didn't even try. I was just standing there.
In the age range of 2 to 4, not happy with his costume.
I was trying to find a Batman. All the Batmans I found were 3 years old, and towards the end there was a little Batman, and I said "There's Batman," and he took off running.
His mom and dad were laughing pretty hard.
I didn't.
I hope we didn't scar him for life. That could have been bad. But there's also a couple houses handing out the full-size candy bars, which we have pledged that when our kids are grown, that's going to be us. That will be fun to do.
Jane says, "I thought you looked creepy. You scared me."
I know.
Martha said, Jason almost made me cry.
I know. He really got into the character, which... maybe Jennifer Tackett as a therapist can speak to us a little bit about what's going on there. I don't know.
Paul Tracy, you scared me at first. Yeah, well. And then Christy says her 3-year-old said you were scary, but they liked Batgirl.
Aww.
As they
Your 3-year-olds. By the way, Jenna makes these costumes. Props to Jenna. She is the cardboard queen. Maybe you guys know that, but we should have actually a little Halloween parade of just Jenna's costumes over the years.
Yeah.
One year she was a Lego Batman, was it?
Yep, and Sue was a Lego Wonder Woman.
Box,
One time they were trees and had a hammock stretched between them with a dude in the hammock. That was...
And was that all because it was raining and was the trees kind of was it built out of the umbrellas? I can't remember. It might have been a rain.
I don't know about that.
Anyway.
That was a while ago. But so
there were... These days we'll share all of her costumes.
A number of people who had their Halloween night made by Jenna and Sue.
They're like, is that a toaster? Is that bacon?
It was great. But yeah, it was a fun night. Hope you guys had a good Halloween if you celebrated.
Umbrella trees. Okay, I wasn't making that up.
Okay.
And by the way, Jennifer says he released his inner stress. So I think you're right. I think you really had a lot buried deep in you, and I saw all of it, and I'm never gonna be the same.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger,
it's gonna get it out, right?
I was the Joker when I was younger. I've always had an
I
affinity for that character, and
can you dig that picture up for next week?
maybe I don't have to think where it is.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, so that was good.